Have you ever heard of the Nine? No? Well, let's talk about it. As you guys know, I am a huge fan of the Elder Scrolls series. I love Oblivion. I love Skyrim. I've tried playing Morrowind and I would really like to get into it. But I like Elder Scrolls. I like the universe. I like the characters. I like the designs of the games that I have played. There's a lot of lore that I really enjoy from the Elder Scrolls games. So today, I would like to talk to you guys about the 9 divines of the Elder Scrolls universe. So, the 9 divines are essentially the main gods in the Elder Scrolls canon. They are a collection of different deities in the Elder Scrolls canon. There's tons of them. There's a lot of like random ones. There's Daedric gods and people like that. But I am specifically referring to the 9 divines, like the 9 main gods in the Elder Scrolls universe. Which I'm going to preface this with you guys. It's not something that I often talk about on this YouTube channel. I am a Christian. And I do not think that any of this stuff is real. I just make these videos for fun. I don't make them for them to be taken seriously in any way, shape, or form. I understand that they're just video game characters, and I have my personal beliefs. That being said, let's get into this. The Imperial Pantheon of the 9 Divines, also known as the 8 in 1, consists of the most important religious order in Tamriel. Tamriel being the land in which the Elder Scrolls games take place in. The religion combines the 8 divines pantheon created by Alesia with the apotheosized form of the founder of the Third Empire, Tiber Septim, something like that, who became Talos, the 9th divine. So there's originally 8 divines, and Tiber Septim, or founder of the Third Empire, becomes Talos. He's the 9th divine. The 8 divines, as an official religion, was instituted by Alesia upon her slaves' revolt against the Aelids. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correct. She is said to have consciously made a synthesis of Iliad and Nordic gods in order to appease both their Nord allies and the Cyrods and Aelids she now ruled. The 9 consists of 6 gods and 3 goddesses. In Cyrodiil, there is a chapel, which, by the way, Cyrodiil, for those of you who don't know, is where Elder Scrolls Oblivion takes place. In Cyrodiil, there is a chapel in each major city venerating the divines. There are also way shrines along the major roads that are devoted to these 9 divines. And you can find them all over the games, like in Oblivion. Like if you go around, you'll just find shrines along the roads and what have you that are dedicated to these 9 divines. So, let me dive into who the 9 divines are. First, we have Akatosh, the dragon god of time and chief god of the pantheon. Second, we have Arkay, god of the cycle of life and death and mortals, burials, and funeral rites. After that, we have Dibella, goddess of beauty and love, followed by Julianos, god of wisdom and logic. Kynareth, I believe, is the next one. I believe that's how you pronounce it, Kynareth, the goddess of air, wind, sky, and the elements. I'm not entirely sure how you're supposed to pronounce her name. I believe it is Kynareth. And all you guys can come after me in the comments later if I pronounce that wrong. After that is Mara, which is a common one heard in the Elder Scrolls games. Mara is the goddess of love and compassion, the mother goddess of all the nine. After that, we have Stendarr, god of compassion, mercy, justice, charity, luck, and righteous rule, by might and merciful forbearance. Followed then by Zenithar, god of work and commerce, also known as the trader god. And that, my friends, is the 8 of the divine, which of course, to top off all 9, we have Talos himself, the hero god of mankind, conqueror god, god of might, honor, state law, and man itself. So Talos is essentially the highest of the 9 in the Elder Scrolls universe. So that's the list right there of all the divines of Elder Scrolls. I thought this would be interesting because I think it's interesting that there's such a system in the Elder Scrolls game. Like, they actually have that much detail into it. And I just kind of went down a rabbit hole of reading about this recently, and I wanted to make a video about it. So, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys, maybe you guys can read about it yourself. There's a lot more detail. There's a lot more detail than what I just dropped tonight. Tonight was simple. This one was simple. And next time, you know, somewhere down the road, I would like to do a video with more in-depth descriptions of, like, all these guys. Like, do individual videos for each individual one of these guys. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for giving me all the love and support that you guys have showered upon me as of late. I really do appreciate it, and I hope you guys will subscribe and share, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye!